Hey everyone, One Big Boss here, and as you can tell from the title of the video that you clicked on, it is an update video, and yes, still alive. I know it's been a while since I've done any kind of updates or any kind of video content here on my YouTube channel, and I do apologize for that, because it has been something that really has bothered me the last couple of years. For the last 5 years, I haven't done really any kind of reviews at all. I think one of the last things I actually reviewed was Resident Evil Revelations 2, I feel. And even then, I felt that it wasn't a good, proper review, or up to my standards anyway. So, a lot has happened in the last 5 years, but especially within the last two, life kind of like threw a curveball, and pretty much that curveball hit me right in the eye. And it's kind of crazy, all the stuff that's happened, but there's been a lot of good and bad. But, talk about the good, I, for almost 2 years now, have been part of a team called the Residents of Evil. And we're pretty big on YouTube, a lot of people know us, and we are actually the #1 Resident Evil fan site. So, that's kind of awesome. You know, a bunch of guys who just got together to make a channel about Resident Evil, and we talk about other things too. We talk about like horror, like, you know, the horror aspect of other games and everything like that, like Silent Hill, Dino Crisis, we do those kind of things. You know, we've interviewed voice actors from Resident Evil games, and it's been fantastic. We do Let's Plays of horror games, we do indie games and everything that are all horror, and they do well. People like it. People really like the products that we put out in terms of video quality, the streams. People just love us. They love our personalities, and each one of us is very different, so when you turn into our podcast, it's not really a bore, and it's not a lot of people like agreeing on the same thing to the same degree. Or there's some times where we have completely opposite opinions, and that's kind of what makes podcasts really good. So yeah, over at the Residents of Evil, that's what we do. We do a lot over there, and fun. Next up, I also belong to a community and website called Beyond the Fandom, and this is where we talk about everything, from like music, movies, video games, anything, comics. It's all on the table at Beyond the Fandom. We do streams there, we do team streams, we have community nights and all that kind of jazz, and it's fun. It's a great group of people with such different personalities from everybody that it makes for great content. So I'm over there at Beyond the Fandom as well. So yeah, I'm pretty tied up, so that's kind of why you haven't seen a lot of reviews and stuff here. But reviews also take a lot of time to record, and it sucks when you're a site called New to Retro Reviews, but you buy a new game, but you have to play the game, and then your review probably won't be out for a couple of days because you can't beat a lot of these games in just one sitting, really. Some of them are pretty big, like God of War or something like that, or Red Dead Redemption. I don't have the numbers for the companies to send me free review copies in order to actually review games, which kind of stinks. But regardless, you know, I do a lot, and I also take care of my father full-time. I'm a photographer full-time, and I love my job. I love all my jobs. I love every single one, whether it's taking care of my father, because I'm the one who can do it the best. I know him inside and out. I know what he needs, and that's great. I do photography. I get to talk and work with either famous people or, you know, just regular Joes, and help people discover new sides of themselves through photography, and it's fantastic. So for that, I love what I do. Now, big news. The really big news hitting in 2019 for me is that I most likely will be able to move to Texas in probably around this time next year. And this is a big deal. You see, if you live in Massachusetts, you know that it's expensive to live. You know that everything is expensive. And I have friends in Texas. I have so many people down in Texas that I know that want me there. And it's just so much cheaper. My father and I can live down there. I can give him the life that he deserves for however long he has left. And for that, it's really amazing. But that's not the biggest news. That's just like some of the best news. But the big news is I'm going to be entering streaming full-time. Yeah, 100% full-time, I'm going to be doing streaming. Now, it's not going to be like 7 days a week, because I still have my responsibilities over at Beyond the Fandom, and I also have my responsibilities over at the Residents of Evil when we do, you know, live streams, recordings, all this stuff. And being that I'm my own boss, I take care of my father, and, you know, I'm my own boss for photography, I can make my schedules a bit easier than most people can. So, you know, my Twitch is just going to be everything. From retro gaming to fighting games to newer games, anything like that, you know, fun games. There's going to be co-op games to play. I'm going to bring friends in to this, and right off the bat, I'm playing Shovel Knight with my good friend Sabrina, because we both love Shovel Knight. I have not played this game in a long time. I played it on the 3DS years ago when it came out, but this is going to be on the PC, so it's going to be 2-player co-op action. It's going to be great. And later on in January, I'm going to be playing Sonic Adventure with my friend Ashley, another one who does a lot of modeling for me. So, yeah, that's it right there. My plan is to do streaming full-time, make that into a business, and if it brings me money somehow in the future, that's great, because that's money I can use to take care of my father and make him comfortable and happy, and he doesn't have to stress and make his health get any worse. So that's something that I really want to do, and I also enjoy just making people happy. And from these Let's Plays I do on Twitch, there's going to be a separate channel, and I'm going to upload all that to the YouTube channel. Not this one, but a separate one. I haven't figured out a name for it yet, but my Twitch is called Outer Heaven Gaming. I had to keep with the theme of Metal Gear because One Big Boss, that's my name. But I got from getting Metal Gear Solid 4 all those years ago on the PS3 when it relaunched, and for over 10 years that has been my online name and handle for a lot of things. So had to keep the whole theme going. But yeah, so with that being said, that's really the biggest news for me in the channel. I'm gonna try to do reviews and rants on here again. And it's going to be easy to do reviews because the footage of any games that I end up playing over on my Twitch channel, I can use that footage right here to make reviews for you guys, because a lot of you really liked my reviews when I did them years ago, and that's pretty much why I started New to Retro Reviews, was to do reviews, and I was sick and tired of IGN and GameSpot and a lot of these other places pretty much lying about the games that they were reviewing, okay? We all know that it happens. We all know that they're either paid off or whatever, but how do they get to keep revenue? How do they get to keep all their videos up and not get flagged, even when they're lying about these, when they clearly aren't going in depth with these videos? So again, that's the little history of New to Retro Reviews right there, but that is pretty much it right there. I'm going to be doing full-time over at the Residence of Evil, Beyond the Fandom, taking care of my father, Twitch streaming, and my photography. So that's 5 things. That's 5 major things I'm going full crazy with, but it needs to happen, you know. And life is short, and we none of us have long on this planet type deal, and I feel that if you have the chance to do anything, especially if it's not going to cost you any money, it's not going to harm you in any way, it's not going to ruin somebody else's life or anything like that, I say you take it, because if you fail and it doesn't work, at least you tried, and it didn't cost you a dime. So many people do the wrong things with money and waste it, and it's terrible, or they do it in clearly bad ideas that could never work. I feel with this, there's a chance that I can make it big on Twitch because of my personality when I'm not, you know, being serious and stuff like that. But either way, streaming in 2019 full-time, stuff over at the Beyond the Fandom and Residence of Evil, it's all going to be there, folks. So that being said, down below is all the sites I belong to. You can go check them out and everything. If you'd like to subscribe to them, you know, Residence of Evil, we have over 76,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're constantly growing, and hopefully in the future, all of you will join me future Twitch streams in 2019 and hopefully beyond 2019. So with that being said, thank you everybody for watching. My name is One Big Boss, and I will see you all next time.